OK, let's talk about an area where everyone, including the government, admits that a lot of taxpayers' money is being rorted and wasted, and that's in the NDIS. I went into this in some detail at the top of the program, but it staggers me that Bill Shorten today is saying that this surprises him how bad things are. I mean, the point is, not only has he been in government already for more than 2 years, but this, of course, was a Labor scheme that was put in place, and every time the coalition tried to tidy things up, tighten up the rules around the NDIS when they were in government, Labor opposed it.
You're absolutely right, and I want to be very clear to your viewers that we are going to take a bipartisan approach when it comes to fixing the NDIS. We will not be as irresponsible as Labor were in opposition. We know and understand A, the importance of this scheme, and B, the importance that we get it right. Because if we don't, and the financial pressures continue that it's placing the budget under, then the sad reality is that serious cuts will have to be made to the NDIS. So we've got to make sure that we get the NDIS operating effectively, and we will work with the government to do that. And the fact that Bill Shorten is out here today, out in the Parliament today, saying, I've only been in the seat of the minister for 2 years and hence I haven't had enough time, is just completely damning indictment on him. If he can't start fixing things in 2 years, he should hand it to someone else who can.
Let's get to your portfolio, that is immigration. Now, you've got surely the Immigration Minister hanging by a thread, an absolute shambles in this country when it comes to those criminals who were in detention and were freed, and now so many other criminals, foreign criminals, allowed to stay here under Direction 99. Why didn't you continue to pursue Andrew Giles in Parliament today, especially when you exposed him yesterday for saying that somehow Australia has an obligation to foreign criminals?
Well, obviously the economic figures out today were deeply concerning. So we wanted to focus on that, and especially also to focus on the NDIS, given the amount of fraud that is taking place. But it doesn't mean we're going to ease up on Andrew Giles, and we'll continue to ask him questions. But it's not only when it comes to foreign criminals that through his signing of a ministerial direction that is leading those foreign criminals to stay in Australia rather than be deported. There are other issues as well. There are issues to do with the fact that he's nearly let in 1 million people in the first 2 years of this government, and who those 2 million people are, because they're definitely not adding to productivity. As a matter of fact, we've seen that they're letting in yoga instructors when the head of the Yoga Instructors Australia says we've got a glut of yoga teachers. They're letting in lawyers and accountants at a greater rate than they are construction workers when we've got a housing crisis and a rental crisis. This Immigration Minister has no clue what he's doing, and we will continue to keep the pressure on him, because what he is doing to Australia is quite scary, and that's why the Prime Minister should show leadership and sack him, but he's not. And I think that is every day is a reflection on the Prime Minister himself now.